Midweek Moment. It's Wednesday and you're halfway through. The week is long, but here's something refreshingly new. This is your Midweek Moment on Breakfast with Friends.
It is Midweek Moment right here on Breakfast with Friends. And this morning, my scripture is from Psalm 56, verse 3 to 4, which says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust, and I am not afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" And I love that. A lot of times we always feel like man is greater. But what can mere mortals do when my trust and my faith and my confidence is placed on my Father alone? I remember when we were growing up, the song that we would always, as little kids, and we would also even play for the little kids from the Veggie Tales, is the one from "God is Bigger Than the Boogeyman," right? Remember that? Some of the lyrics is, God is bigger than the boogeyman. He's bigger than Godzilla and the monsters on TV, right? God is bigger. He's bigger than the boogeyman, and He's watching out for you and me. So when I'm lying in my bed and the furniture starts creeping, I'll just laugh and say, "Hey, cut that out," and get back to my sleeping, because I know that God's the biggest and He's watching all the while. So when I get scared, I think of Him. I close my eyes and I smile. So that's what we always used to say to kids. And even I remember when we were growing up, and when you're like, oh, you have a bad dream, and you like get scared, you're always reminded that God is bigger than the boogeyman, right? So what changed? So really, like, what changed as us growing up as an adult when we kids, or what we tell kids is that, "Oh, God is bigger. Don't be scared of the boogeyman." But now, as an adult, seriously, what has changed? Because God hasn't changed. God is still bigger than the monsters we face, right? He's still bigger than the biggest monster on TV, or bigger than the biggest challenge that you will face. And you and I face every day. He is bigger than any challenge of our lives. Psalm 56 begins with David crying out to God because his enemies are chasing him. In the midst of such pressure, David declares to God, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you." I think that is something that we can really take good advice from. I mean, like David says, "When I am afraid, I will put my trust in you." He's not saying if I am afraid, because he knew as a human, as you and I are human, we have this emotion of fear. So what he's saying is, when I am afraid, I will put my trust in you. Because at some point in time in your life, in my life, we would have that feelings of fear. But it's that moment we would say, "I put my trust in you, oh God," just like David did. He did not trust himself. He did not trust other people. He trusted in God alone. Just like we remind kids when they feel scared and afraid of the giants and the boogeymen, that God is bigger than anything. He is the one that watches over. He is the same God that's with us. He is bigger than everything. He is watching over you and me. So when we get afraid, remind yourself whose you are. I like this. I know Joyce Meyer shared. I watched a podcast of her like a while back, but I saved this because Joyce Meyer says, "God taught me to use what I call the power twins." I thought that was so cool because the power twins, meaning pray and say. She says the power twins to help me defeat fear in my life. So the power twins, of course, being I pray and I say. So when I feel fear, I begin to pray and ask for God's help. Then I say, "I will not fear." So I encourage you to also use these power twins. As soon as you feel fear about anything, this will help you manage the emotion of fear instead of allowing it to control you. And remember that God is bigger than the boogeyman.